Hey everyone, so we are back, and this will be our first time with our collectives. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to be weekly, I don't know if it's going to be multiple times a week, but regardless, we're here, we are present. So today we're going to be talking about what's going on with our money. What's going on with our money? It's speaking to my ancestors, our collective ancestors. It seemed like this was a big notion, a big topic for a lot of y'all. Where's my money? Stability. You've been struggling out here. Where is it? I don't see it. Where are these opportunities and big moments of having a time to be having faith? That nourishment, that abundance is coming not just for yourself, but also for those in your circle, so that you can bestow blessings for others. But like I said, we're gonna hop into it. We're gonna be doing a lot of different things, from throwing some bones. We make it a little some card clarification, as well as some dice and maybe some shells. But let's hop into it. All right, Spirit. We're talking about money. We're talking about where this is our abundance. We're talking about how stability, financial materialism, and the struggles that come along with this. Spirit, what is that we need to know? What is it we need to hear in regards to our money and our abundance and security at that? Give me 1 second, y'all. Forgot my feather. This isn't typically the one I would use, but that one's in a different space. Starting off with already in the middle, we're talking about family. We're talking about the home. That there may even be some bondage in relation to that, but more specifically in relation to transformation here, rebirth, regeneration, change. It's funny because we have, make sure that's the right thing, masculine and feminine right here under the flipped over, which makes me think about, because we're talking about family, these could be parents. There's a very interesting concept with this as well. But where they're going with this, because we have these constrictions right here with these chains, making it harder to grow, making it harder to evolve, and the shell that's flipped over. You need to be open. You need to be open to possibilities. You need to be open to receive. I'm hearing something about solutions are coming. Options are coming. Potential is coming. Like it feels very much like what you need is coming. So be open to receiving, so that you can take advantage, so that you can for yourself. This is also important because it seems like in regards to money, there's been a lot of struggle. There's been a lot of hustling. There's been some injuries. There's been some wounds. It's not always clear cut, and you get that bag, you come into that abundance, however that may be. But in this instance, physically, and then you're okay. You're not tired. You're not weary. That's not really. That's not. It's not always sunshine and rainbows. It's funny because you guys can hear my music in the back. They're singing, "All right, it's gonna be all right." Make sure you take the time to ground at this time. To ground, especially for those who are very directionless. Where am I going? What do I need to do? How am I going to call this in? Where do I need to go? What spaces do I need to be in? Ground yourself. It feels very much that there are already seeds given to you at this time. You in the past, you've actually already had this seed in your arsenal, in your disposal, but because you feel so aimless right now, it's hard for you to actually realize what is being presented to you, what's already in your disposal. Ground. We're in this season of winter right here, of death, especially externally at that. So this could even be something about how grounding, I don't know why I keep saying something about aversion, but I think I get what they're saying about pay attention. Watch out for distractions. Watch out for focus is what I'm hearing. Focus. Ground, rest, so you can see physically, literally, externally what is around you at this time. You can see this seed. Yeah, slow down, slow down. We're gonna move over here a little bit. A lot of did kind of fall in the perimeter, which is very interesting this time around, but we're gonna keep going. Actually, I want to see something real quick. What's going on with this distraction? I want to see what are the distractions? Let's see. I don't know what deck I want to use. It's funny. I got two. Actually, I have three, but because this is the closest at hand, we're gonna use this one. Spirit, what are some of these distractions in regards to our finances? Why is it hard for us to, what has got as our attention? This could be relationships as well with this rose quartz right here. Focusing on relationships, focusing on love, just not really focusing on your growth, not really focusing on, just not focusing in general. Because it feels like some of y'all felt it could be a lot of signs, a lot of movement around you, or the potential for movement, but your mind is just focused on other places. And I remind y'all, at the end of the day, your focus does dictate your reality. All right, Spirit. What's going on here what this aimless, this directionlessness, if I'm saying that correctly, the needing to be grounded, to ground oneself, maybe even protect, kind of setting up boundaries so you can maintain that focus, so you can hit your marks. What is some of these distractions, Spirit? What are some of these distractions? I haven't used this deck in a while. Look at that. This a little bit. Yes, friends, lovers, relationships. There are other doors that you can walk throughout this time that can lead to the stability, that can lead to this abundance. But some of these friends, some of these relationships, it's time to separate. It's time. I love how the reverse too. It's time for some of y'all to really just, maybe you can't hang out every other day. Maybe you can't hang out once a week. Maybe y'all need to have that type of relationship, that type of friendship where y'all make plans that, hey, on this day, we're going to go out so we can both maintain this friendship and maintain these bonds, but we can also put ourselves in the sacred spaces so we can do our individual work. Like I said, we talked about there's a lot of movement around you that you may not even be seeing, right? Two of Swords and the Justice card right here, like literally things very much being in the air. decision you need to make, but you're just not seeing. You're unable to focus. You're unable to have discernment on what decisions you need to make, how you need to act, and what's even going on. And then even your intuition is a factor. This Black intuition, pay attention to what the divine feminine is telling you with your intuition, your feelings, your gut, all of the above. Pay attention to the signs. We're going to keep moving. I don't want this to get too long. For some of y'all as well, this, in regards to your money, it may be related to your spiritual work. And for some of y'all, this may be for my spiritual workers, but for some of y'all, this just may just be, when I say your spiritual work, your calling, your purpose, the things that very much feel authentic to you, why you are here, what you're meant to do. Like it plays on your spirit, if that makes sense. Some of y'all, as you're doing already, keep moving instinctively towards that. And it may be slow. It may not be the most fast. It may not be the fastest physical. Like, it just may not show physically that, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're constructing this, you're getting into that, and that's fine. But you know that you are moving instinctually. You're moving smart. You're not trying like a tortoise in the hare, slow and steady, especially if this is some external work as well. Keep doing that. This is in this conceptual stage. I like to call this germination stage, spring. We're going to move up here. We haven't really touched too much up there just yet. Yes, like we talked about your intuition. Do not fight that. Do not fight that. We have this amethyst right here. Do not fight that. Move in unison with it. I'm hearing something about take note of your visions, take note of your dreams. They're indicators, either for what's to come, the steps you need to take, differing paths. It feels like some of y'all may have some options. Should I go this way? Should I go this way? Left or right? In your dreams, these signs, these feelings, these nudges, I'm hearing all this. So, I'm getting talkative now. Will help indicate which direction you need to take. So it's not this overload, this informational overload, this overthinking. This replaying is what I'm hearing as well. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's like, maybe you've been in situations similar and you're not trying to repeat certain mistakes, certain pathways. It's funny because as I say that, they're showing me the Six of Swords right now, reversed. Just learning from the past so you don't repeat cycles. And we have some themes of healing. I'm gonna see what this is about real quick. I don't know if this is so much about, just the injuries, the weariness that comes with, striving, trying to call in abundance in one's life. Maybe you're hopping from job to job. Maybe you lost a job. Maybe, you've been in financial insecurity for a while, or I don't know. Or maybe, to be honest with you, sometimes it's not even that literal. Sometimes, because everything is holistic, parts of our life that have been left untouched, neglected, can really impact other areas as well. So even if, let's say, you're in a relationship or getting out of a relationship, or you're focusing too much on a relationship, like we talked about, it can really impact your money. It can impact other areas, your fulfillment. Even if you're going to work, but maybe because you can do more, you can apply yourself more, Especially if you're trying to call something in, you need to hold space for that abundance, for that success coming in. Maybe that abundance is going to take the place of that relationship because it's that big. The vision is that big. The canvas is that big. But spirit, we're talking about healing. We're talking about medicine and this progression and moving towards it. What is this about? What is this about? Yes, making plans, taking stock of what's going on, your surroundings, all the voices, all the ideas, and creating a path forward. It's funny, we talked about being more diligent. You know, we got a lot of pentacles here. I just said already that you can apply yourself more. We have the Eight of Pentacles. This is literally mastering your craft, sitting down, and I don't know if y'all can see the cards or not. Trying to move them over, that might help. And we got a weird setup, low-key. But literally this mastering your craft, you know, being disciplined, being committed, you know, and this doesn't mean you can't rest, but, you know, this is very much, Eight is all about goal setting. What are the things that you have to do to come into that attainment, that achievement, that destiny, you know, so we can hit that number 9, which is literally it's funny that we literally have the 9 of Pentacles as well as the 9 of Cups. You know, this is, we don't want this, oh, I did this work and something is still missing, you know, or better yet, you just, we're trying to move away from this inability to call in the things and manifest that you need, that you want in this life. No. But I very much do see if you sit down and you do the work and you're consistent, you make a plan. I'm hearing something about you, and you strategize. And you strategize. I see the success. I see the abundance. Look at that. Look at that. A lot of Pentacles. Yeah, we talking about money, all right. But a lot of y'all have to rebalance. You have to rebalance yourself, whether it's career and your social life. Just, it feels like maybe there may be, you have money in your hands at one moment, then the next moment you don't. So this could also be watching your spending habits as well. You know, this could also be, you know, like, I keep hearing like bookings, like checking how much you're spending, you know, how much profits coming in, how much of your expenses, you know, just really being very grounded in that. That also goes back to, excuse me, about making a plan. And then again, in doing so, be also being intuitive of that, you know. What is your spirit telling you? What is your emotions telling you? What are your dreams telling you about how you need to be moving at this time? Pay attention to that as well. But again, the abundance is there. The abundance is there. It's just a plan and focus is needed to call this in. A plan and focus. I think that's also indicative here. We have this new perceptions. Again, we're in this spring. This is birth. New ways of thinking, new ways of perceiving externally at that. This is the future. This is future right here. So it feels like for some of y'all, this has not happened yet. It just feels like taking the time again, so you can come into these new conceptualizations. That's also important. I believe that is it on that end. I was going to throw my die, but I do not see them around me at this time. So we're going to save that for a different message. Again, I hope this helps. We'll be doing these again. And yeah.